to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So excellent starting position here for the Vikings. Leading him out, the rookie from Ohio State at 22 years of age, it's Justin Fields.
And normally in this spot, we talk about passing numbers from last week, but this time, it's all about the rushing. 3 times he found the end zone in his last ball game. He is a do-everything quarterback, and you have to expect we'll see him call his own number here as well.
Flushed out right. Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some...
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Odell Beckham, his second touchdown on the season, and the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now Newton on first down. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And this belongs to the Vikings.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Following the fumble recovery, Fields. He'll dump this off to Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go.
And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr., his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Joseph now to have the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. This defense for the Vikings, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Newton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Penny, a first down carry. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Looking to throw again on second down. Newton, that's complete to Disley, the tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21. They go back to the ground now with Penny. Penny hit, and the ball is jarred free. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Throwing is Newton. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack. Nothing the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Newton now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble. And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings featured back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. Second in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards, and that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
3 yards the gain there, second down. But Charles, you take a look at the draft class for this offense. It's highlighted by a first-round pick who provides a much-needed boost to their offensive line.
And you and I both know it's the kind of pick that doesn't often get a fan base really excited. But I know who is excited. Their quarterback. He won't get hit as much, and that should improve the rest of the offense as well.
He'll buy some time right. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Yeah, something to get him the ball. We'll see if they can do it. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Newton. This is the tight end fan. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Newton. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership, by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. And he works free.
You go like this.
Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And a route is on here in this first half. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Well, let's gaze our attention as the offense takes the field on Rashad Penny. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Newton's throw into the hands of Fant. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On first down, Newton. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. To the air again, Newton. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Nick Chubb, what a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game, and you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. Leonard Fournette, 3 touchdown runs. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City, see what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they couldn't get the job done as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens. J.K. Dobbins, a touchdown run in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach. Thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Kenny Nwagu now out of his end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And we have seen him to this point with 4 touchdowns. We get a glance at his work. It's been good work.
Oh, it's been excellent work, and it's made so much better by our guys.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Starting the third quarter with Cook. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 46 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Fields throw complete there to Smith.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
And Viking fans always remember that Kyle Rudolph held down the tight end position for the better part of a decade. But Irv Smith was drafted in the 2nd round in 2019 as his eventual replacement. And that time is now. A 1st down catch there for Smith.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. Working with a 2nd and 4. Back to the ground, Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Joseph on for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this is caught at the 5. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They'll try and run for it with Penning. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee. And that means 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is fielded inside the 5. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Fields. And he's got this to Jefferson. Past the 20.
Keep going. Keep running, man.
Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdown passes. He's thrown 5 in this game. Are you kidding me?
Joseph now to have the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet.
And he loses the football a second time. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. And that one quickly went from a big play for the offense, I thought he may go the distance, to a big play for the defense.
And how about the emotions for the defense on that play? It broke big. It was going to be an absolute disaster for them, and it turns out they end up with the football. I don't know that they're exactly celebrating. Definitely plenty of relief, though. We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now here's Fields on the sneak. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Instead of having to play follow the leader there, the leader led.
I like that. And he likes that, doesn't he? First and goal, let me do the job.
Because you know when he falls into the end zone after falling behind those big guys.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And the Vikings pick up the football.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, just go.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown! Zach Davidson, his first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Vikings get another third-quarter touchdown to add on. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields flush to his right. Finding room to the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Fields with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Vikings are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be the Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also...
Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. On second down, Cook. And fights through one man. 123 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now we will get another look at Seattle's offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. To throw is Newton. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now
the Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really this defense has sparked what's been an Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And this belongs to the Vikings.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because He really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep running.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. It allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Minnesota, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis.